What's up, Rangers? Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today we'll be going over the Rebor Broodlord X-Rex Metallic. Essentially what this is, if a chestburster fell in love with a T-Rex and they had a baby. We got this.
This thing is amazing.
This beautiful monstrosity. Decided to grab it just because I thought it was a very unique looking figure. I wanted to get at least one of them for the collection.
How many is there?
There's a bunch of variants. There's another actual different X-Rex 2 that's more standard Xenomorph, while this one's a little bit more like Queen inspired.
Yeah, I was going to say, this one looks Queen inspired, so you probably want the right one.
Yeah, well, it's got like the larger crest on the front and everything. And then, personally, I just thought it was like the neater looking of the set, so decided to grab it. Not really too much to say about it, so without further ado, for the packaging, you get an image of the figure that's inside of the package here with the name on the top, Rebor. Rest of the package, just blacks.
Darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. The back of the package just shows you some of the other ones in the line with the variant of the X-Rex. That's the organic. And then there's the swarm variants, which is the regular one. With some copyright information on the bottom, so QR codes. This is substandard graded, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get them open up out of its cardboard prison. Alright, so now that we got the Broodlord, open up out of its cardboard prison, first and foremost, it has some assembly. Alright, so first and foremost, what you're going to want to do is attach the tail, which if you guys didn't see our unboxing, this tail feels freaking weird, man. But this just slides into the back here.
Can we say what it feels like, Steve?
Sure.
It feels like a dildo.
You know, I'm sure there is probably some out there in the world that are very similar to this, I guess. But it's definitely got a smooth feel to it, like almost like a glossy skin. And it's an odd texture, especially when compared to the rest of the body, which is very smooth as well, but it's definitely harder, while this has got a lot more flexibility to it. Next, you have the pipes on the back of the alien, which you do get 4 of them, and they all have different shapes to the bottom, so you just kind of match up the shapes.
So can't mess it up, actually.
Yeah, well, you're just gonna be here for a minute if you can't figure out exactly where these things are supposed to go, you know? Just be like, why? Which I think I had that one. Did I have that right? Oh, that one. Okay. It's got a little bit of a lip to it. Next one kind of looks like that one. And then finally, the nice thing is some of them are a little bit more secure than others. Like this one snaps in, but you don't really quite feel it. You just know that once you don't really see the seam line that well, you did your job. Next, for the hands, just pop up in there. Really easy. I think I got the hands on right. They look like they're going in the right direction.
Close enough.
And then finally, for the mini mouth, this one's the pain in the butt one because, as you can see, the peg hole is on the bottom of the jaw. So you got to get that peg into that one. And there's not really any way of getting good leverage without sticking inside something inside of the jaw in order to
push it down.
Alright, I think that's it. So, for a closer look at its details, for its head sculpt, looks freaking gnarly. To me, it almost looks like demonic in a way. More so than a Xenomorph.
If you didn't know what aliens were and you've never seen it, so if you're like a recent millennial, you would think it actually is kind of demonic.
But Doom literally just came out.
Huh?
But the Doom game literally just came out.
Well, yeah, that's why they can't play it, Steve. Because they're still young.
But parents let their kids play anything nowadays. My little brothers know what Grand Theft Auto is.
The greatest thing is playing Call of Duty and getting killed by an 11-year-old.
Yeah, and they get to their mom that gets on the mic because they don't appreciate you talking smack to their children. Because that's happened.
Actually, that's happened.
It's happened a couple times, actually. But you can definitely see a lot of the Xenomorph in the T-Rex. I do like how the crest for the top of the head kind of has this little spread that comes around towards the back, and then you can see the little spine sticking up in the back of the head here, which kind of I think would help with the alien moving around. For the jaws, you have some of the membranes connecting to the top of the jaw. You have the mini mouth. The teeth are translucent, which is the only thing that's kind of throwing me off, because usually for the alien figures, their teeth are metallic to kind of give it that biomechanical look, while this almost kind of looks like they're rotting.
It's a little variety, at least, you know?
Yeah, well, that's kind of the thing, right? Is you're buying this because you have way too many alien collectibles like ourselves, and you need something to kind of make it stand out a little bit. Same with the mini mouth on the inside. Is also translucent all the way through. It's got almost kind of an ember color to it. Moving down the back of the neck here, you get a lot of the, I don't know if I want to call it plating.
Spines, it's something.
Yeah, you get the spines along here, then there's like this rib section coming along the neck here with the excess skin that's just kind of folding in certain places, especially along the side of the ribs of the dinosaur.
It definitely gives me the vibe of like Shin Godzilla, where he's just crispy.
It is kind of a lot like Shin. Where you have also the tubes on the back here, which is very alien-esque.
Shin version of aliens.
Right? I think my only complaint is that it only has 2 arms, and for it being like a queen variant, you think it would have more.
Yeah.
But they're super duper tiny. But the legs are freaking-ganic.
Thunder thighs, baby.
Yeah, where you have it's even a different color here for the plated section. Because that's definitely a plate pattern with like the skin going over top of it, which is done in a nice glossy black, and the majority of the rest of the dinosaur is more of this gloss purple color. It's like a gloss pearl. Coming down to the feet, it only has 3 toes, which again, is like a very traditional dinosaur, but for aliens, they usually have like a bunch of extra toes.
Yeah.
Like toes and fingers. And I think I would have maybe have liked to have seen that where it might have had the large toes, but it was like 2 of them put together.
That's what I'm trying to look at right now from here, and yeah, they actually do have extras.
Yeah, and then you get some more of the spikes along the back here, which transition to the tail, and then you get this giant, almost like fin look for the spines here, which crests into this giant pointy spear-like tip for the tail. Which, very alien, very new alien. Or newer, I should say. Sort of akin to what you see in like AVP or even Alien Resurrection. And then I haven't really tried posing as much because there is a bendy wire in there.
I would be careful.
My only thing is you can definitely see the skin like stretching when you move it. And it's weird and it feels odd. Like it almost feels like you're actually playing with like a living creature. For the back section there. So detail-wise, looks fantastic. Articulation, there's pretty much none. I guess you could like
wave a little bit.
It can like wiggle its arms a little bit, but that's about it. Same with the tail. Again, bendy wire, so you can get it sway left and right depending on which way you kind of want to make it looking like it's veering off. So for some quick comparisons here, we have the Rebor X-Rex compared next to some other dinosaur figures with the Mattel posable Endoraptor and another Rebor figure, the Tyrannosaurus. And here's some Leonard alien figures with the warrior alien and the dog alien. About to say drone, but yeah, anyways. And here it is with some Kenner alien figures with the Queen and Flying Queen. Sadly, they don't scale too well, but here it is next to some Kenner tribute marine characters with Sergeant Apo and Drake. And finally, here it is with some NECA Predator figures with the Yellow Lantern Predator from the San Diego Comic-Con 2-pack and the Warrior Predator from the Alien vs. Predator video game. So overall for the Rebor Broodlord X-Rex, this thing is sweet.
It's definitely unique in a good way.
Yeah, it's definitely a very standout Xenomorph for your collection. Looks cool. There's a couple of design choices I think were a little bit safe on this guy, which is odd to say for an alien T-Rex.
Yeah.
With the way the hands and feet are designed. Then
because I feel
translucent plastic.
I feel like they kept in more T-Rex than they did Alien.
Yeah, which beggars can't be choosers. Because I guess you have a lot of like the Kenner stuff to kind of fall on. And I'm just kind of looking over at them right now. Because like, say for instance, like the Rhino has the extra fingers.
Yeah.
But the Gorilla is more like traditional gorilla hands.
Yeah.
So it would all really depend on how much of the original anatomy of the creature that was impregnated came through.
Well, in all reality, it should at least have extra arms.
Yeah, I think like the extra little arms might have been kind of cool. To be fair, I almost kind of wish it maybe would have had like a set of longer arms, and then the little ones. Might have been kind of cool. Like almost give it like an Allosaurus kind of feel. But then it also has like the T-Rex little hands.
The poor T-Rex got cheated on by the chest burster.
Right. So I think for the price point I got it at, which I think it was about $45.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this. So if you guys are into the Rebor figures and want a little bit of variety for your alien collection, this guy will suit you pretty well. Though I'd say scale-wise, especially because a lot of alien collectibles is mainly going to be NECA stuff, doesn't scale very well with those though.
I was going to say there's nothing like you can use that as scale reference.
Maybe the Hiya toys? Because the Hiya toys are pretty tiny.
Because in all reality, if that's a Queen and T-Rex, like that should be massive. So the next figure standing next to it in the scale would be tiny.
Yeah, I'd say probably like Hiya toys is maybe your best bet. If you wanted something, like if you want to get some Colonial Marines to go with it or something. Outside of that, though, I think your options are pretty limited. What do you guys think? If you guys picked up this figure, what's your favorite obscure alien collectible? Or is extreme dinosaurs just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments. We also have an Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. If you guys like to keep up to date with channel and donate, we greatly appreciate it. Also, I have a t-shirt shop with masks if you guys like to check that out as well. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, or Ranger today. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.